Good morning, boys and germs. Welcome to the Daily Crack. And that was a fucking solid slap this morning. It's a wee bit on the nipply side here in Melbourne. Now, if you're watching at home in Ireland, you're like, go fuck yourself, Damo. It's not cold where you are. It's fucking cold where I am. And I get it. Sometimes I do miss the cold a little bit. But as always, if you're watching this live, hashtag in the comments below, live. I'm going to give you an overview of the sunrise here in Melbourne. Over the Westgate Bridge. If you're watching this later on, hashtag later on. Oh, look at the little punt in the background. Oh, there he is, coming over to ping people across the river. And yeah, if you're watching later on, hashtag fucking later on. Give us some sort of an emoji in the old comments. What's your favourite one? What's the last one you used? Stick that in there now. I'm going to spin you around because look at that. Look at this different. The colour of it. It makes me look like I have a tan. Unbelievable. Chloe, what is the crack? How's things? All right. So, Monday morning here in Melbourne, Sunday night at home in Ireland. I hope you're doing well and you're surviving the bullshit that's still going on. And that's still going on. I know that for sure. So this video isn't just for people that are in lockdown. This is something that I have made videos on a few times before. And the way people... emphasize the need or the use for a gym, when really and truly the only reason a gym is important is if you're going to use it to get stronger or build muscle. That's kind of the only real need for a gym. Now, there is another use for a gym, and especially if it's a class-based gym where people come together to do the same thing, like a CrossFit, like an F45, like a Body Fit, those sort of gyms I like because you come together as a group and there's community. So that social interaction that you get from those gyms, that's hugely important, and that's what's missed. These global gyms where people just go in and wear the massive headphones and just give the receptionist a nod and don't speak to anyone the entire workout, just go in and do. I fucking hate that shit, because there's no community there. Good morning, Shauna. I hate that shit because that's not, we're social animals, and that's the biggest advantage to a gym is the opportunity to meet new people, and you get that in spades. Fingers are cold this morning. And you get that in spades at CrossFit gyms and F45s and any class-based thing, like yoga classes. People meet up and people hang out afterwards. Oh, let's go for coffee and all that sort of stuff. Good. And do you know why that's good? Because it helps people mentally. People get to discuss their weekends, their issues, their problems. People give solutions. People have their stories where, it normalizes shit that's going on in your life when sometimes we can dwell in our own mud for too long, and if we don't get it off our chest, that's why it's good to talk. If we don't get it off our chest, sometimes you can feel like you're the only one dealing with that shit. So the community-based stuff where everyone's shit talking and having the crack together, brilliant, fucking brilliant. But anyway, I digress. Listen, this is an extension of the series of videos I've done last week, where I'm talking about there's things in your life that you have control over in order to take control of your own health and fitness. And this is if you don't know how to track or you don't have a gym or stuff like that at the moment. So today's video is just about fucking moving. Just moving. We, as humans, are designed to be on our feet. We're not designed to be sitting at desks for hours and hours of a day. We're designed to be out there foraging, hunting, building shelters, looking for our food, rearing kids, fucking taking care of one another, helping your neighbour build a fucking house, whatever it is. That's what we're designed to be doing. There's a big emphasis on people getting 10,000 steps a day. Do you know that you should be capable of 50,000 steps a day? Just think about that for a second. And a lot of people struggle even to get 5,000 steps a day, and we've all the fancy gadgets to track them and whatnot. So the most important thing on a daily basis is that you move. it doesn't matter what the movement is as long as you're moving. If your job entails you sitting at a desk for long periods of time, you need to get up from that desk. You need to take breaks away from that desk, not only for your own sanity and to get away from the fucking telly screen that's in front of you, but just for yourself. Even if you're only going for a fucking 5-minute sprint out around the block and back in, brilliant, just to get away from the old fucking desk. Cathal, what's going on, man? Just to get away from your own work, just for your own mental sanity. But moving is the key. And this is where it comes into, like, whether you have a gym or not. It's not necessary to go to a gym to move. You don't have to wait for that 1 hour a day that you get to a gym in order to move. And God love the people that go to a gym to spend 45 minutes on the fucking treadmill. Oh, lads. Grand if that's what you do, but listen, if that's what you're paying a membership for, you know you have 2 legs and you have oceans of room just to, walk. And even if you're living in a city, there's plenty of room to fucking just walk and jog around and, be in the open air and outside. This is what I said earlier on. You should be using a gym to go and make your body stronger and build more muscle. That's what you go to the gym for. If you're unsure of how to do that when you get to the gym, get a fucking coach. Get someone to PT you. That sun's getting fucking bright now. Get someone to PT you so you learn some of the tricks of the trade. Because your training experience happens over time. It happens by fucking up a lot. Trust me, I've done it. Learning from your mistakes and then getting advice from other people. So it's all about your journey. So if at the moment you're back at home in Ireland, or you're in a place that is locked down and you're waiting for the gyms to reopen before you kickstart your journey, your fitness journey, or get back in shape, stop waiting, because do you know when the end is going to come? It's almost a year now in Ireland since you locked down. It was the 15th, I believe, the 15th of March last year when you went into lockdown. And you're still in lockdown. How long more are you going to wait? I see a lot of my friends at home and they have got like a little garage set up now, and they're out walking and stuff like that. That's brilliant. Do that. Cycling, walking, running, these are all things you have in control yourself to do, and they're going to bring you a lot more than just fitness. They're going to just allow your mind, you can give you time to yourself for you to think through things and get shit off your head. Then eat better. Don't eat like a motherfucker and just shove everything into your cake hole. The reason why I love tracking, and it's my method, because I'm backtracking my calories now as well, because I've missed a week of meal prep, and I was buying stuff on the road, and that kind of like that trickled into the next week, even though I was doing my meal prep. But you know what tracking my calories does for me? It stops me from having those snacks or buying something on the go. No, I'll actually go home and make that. I'll actually wait till because I have my meal prep there, I'll do that, rather than fucking nipping in to buy a sandwich or a wrap in a certain place. And not that I'm eating the bad food, I'm still eating the healthy food, because I always hear, but I still eat healthy. Yeah, but sometimes you overconsume that shit. You can eat all the chicken and broccoli in the world, but overconsume and still gain weight. You can eat McDonald's, but only undereat and keep yourself in a calorie deficit and lose weight. Go figure. But anyway, the things you have in control right now, take advantage of them. Eat better, schedule your day, put more protein into your diet per meal, the palm size, if you remember that video from last week, and move. It doesn't matter what the movement is, but move more. Minimum on a daily basis, 10,000 steps. Minimum. I have a few people that are mechanics and whatnot living over in Perth. Noel, if you're listening, man, he gets like 20,000 steps a day just from his job. That's the job right there. That's the key right there. Just getting your steps in. Don't worry if the gym isn't open at the moment. If you are in Ireland, try and get yourself a few bits and pieces. If you're used to training, to do something out in the shed, get the woolly hat on and away with you. I stopped complaining about the cold over here in Melbourne, and you'll fly. There's lots of things that you have in control, so take control of them. Simple as. Movement is key. Movement, and it doesn't matter what it is, fucking move. Giddy up!